Welcome to JasonWhiskyWise. My name is Jason. Welcome to this whiskey review where today we're going to be continuing on my little Highland Park Travel Retail, and we're going to be continuing with the new Highland Park Travel Retail, which is the Highland Park 14-year-old Loyalty of the Wolf. Now, this is something that I was really interested in, and also a massive thank you to a gentleman called Steve Rush, who was able to include me part of his tweet tasting so I could get these samples. So thank you very much to Steve. Now, in terms of the Loyalty of the Wolf, what is it exactly? It's a 14-year-old whiskey bottled at a very interesting ABV of 42.3%. In terms of the actual maturation, the casks for this one used, it was initially sherry-seasoned American oak and a combination of ex-bourbon casks which make this whiskey. Now, the distillery itself is the Highland Park Distillery. They are owned by the parent company, the Edrington Group, and they are located in the islands of Scotland. And if you guys know him very well, Highland Park is the Orkney Islands of Scotland, along with the Scapa Distillery. So in terms of the price point on a full-size bottle of this, you're looking at here in the UK around about £58 and then upwards to around about 60. But you can also, I've been told at the minute, find on offers for 55 in travel retail. So I'd say 55 to £60 in the UK. Very interesting price point. Now, in terms of the actual overall exclusivity of this whiskey, yes, it is exclusive, and it's exclusive only to travel retail. You won't be able to find this in your local whiskey shop, as they've got, I think it's a limited for around about a year. It should be exclusive to travel retail, and then you'll find someone trying to probably flog it on an auction site. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into the nosing of this whiskey. I'm very interested to see how it is. And also I want to mention, if you have not seen my other Highland Park videos, feel free to go and check the playlist. I'm going to add all these to the playlist and all my other Highland Park videos. So you're going to have quite a lot of stuff to watch. Let's go into the nose. First impressions on the nose for the Loyalty of the Wolf. This has got such a nice fruity character and it's so inviting on the nose. You straight away think from your first nosing of freshly cut apples. And it reminds me of tin pears, but tin pears in syrup, adding that extra sweetness of sugar sort of syrup as well. You get a bit of these dried fruit now, a little bit of sultanas, but it's like a light dried fruit, not these darker dried fruits. A combination of honey wrapped around this like grassy character. And actually, there is a citrus note, and I wanted to say almost like lemongrass, but to me it doesn't feel like that lemon citrus, it feels more like a lime. So I'd say it's got that grassy hay note, but more like a lime, and like a lime juice, not the lime zest. No bitter character on this nose whatsoever. And there is a bit of vanilla, and it's a very soft, sweet vanilla. Almost like a vanilla milkshake, actually. This is a really nice nose in this whiskey. I'm really impressed with this one compared to the last one. So let's jump straight into the palate. Sláinte. Arrival on the palate for the Loyalty of the Wolf. This one definitely has that sort of extra level on terms of texture for this whiskey. You've got a nice medium texture in terms of arrival. It's quite velvety as it sort of coats the palate. And you do get this little soft spice, and I have to admit, it is very soft spice. Almost like, I'd like to say like a white peppery spice, but almost wrapped in a layer of honey. So it's sort of even reduced further where you get the sweetness coming off. Now, in terms of fruity profiles, you're straight away getting these nice Bramley apple sauce, as if you just went to a shop, opened it from the tin. That sort of character on the Bramley apples. You are then getting a bit of sultanas, no dark fruits in this one whatsoever. It's quite a summery, lighter style of whiskey. Now you're getting lemon peel, whereas in the beginning I was initially getting lime on the nose. And working itself through, you're now getting that vanilla, but the vanilla is combined together. And it reminds me of a fudge I had, which was a vanilla fudge. Getting to the end of what I've got on the palate here, I've got a slight cereal note. And for me, that reminds me of, I wanted to say sort of like oats with honey, but it's nothing like that. It actually reminds me of sugar puffs. This is like sort of like a honey glazed sugar puffed cereal character, which is almost like a sugared rice almost. And it's just like puffed, and that sort of thing where you've got that sweetness and that cereal note really interlocked together very well. Very interesting, but at the same time, a very nice, really well-balanced, lighter style of whiskey. And there is a little bit of smoke, but I'd say it's like a sweeter smoke. It's not something that you would really pick out very well and very notably. So that's about it for this one. Let's finish what we got in the glass, and we'll come to our conclusion. Now we're into the finish. Let's get into our overall opinions. And for the actual Loyalty of the Wolf, The actual flavor profile and the finish is a sort of, I'd say, a medium length about it, where you want it to keep going because it's got such great flavors, but it finishes itself rather quickly. In terms of flavors though, in specifics, you're getting a little bit of these dried apple loops. You get them sort of like from the health shops. There's like dried cut apples, a little bit of dried apricots, adding another sweetness to it. And then you're getting a citrus note, but it's like that lemongrass has finally come through, which I was hoping for on the nose, and now it's here on the actual finish for this whiskey. That headed honey also complementing with that little bit of a sweeter smoke. So overall, and actually no spice on the end of this whiskey as well. It's very interesting. So in terms of my rating, I'm giving this one here an easy 87 out of 100. I've been very impressed with the loyalty of the wolf. In terms of what I want to actually say though, I actually feel this is like the Highland Park 15, which has been discontinued. If you have missed my video, I'll leave it here in the top corner. It just really reminds me of that whiskey where you're getting all these, it's a summery whiskey. It's light. It's got apples. It's got pears. It's got the honey note. It's just got so much of these lighter characters, which you don't see in something like the Highland Park 18s or, you know, the 21, the 25, the 30. It's got something that's very nice. And because that whiskey was discontinued, many people can't try it. But if you are looking for a lighter style of Highland Park, I think the loyalty of the wolf has just, you know, clicked the fingers. It has done the job. And I'll say it's great to try something a bit lighter for style. So that's my opinion on this one. In terms of the nose is quite light, but still it packs quite a lot of flavor. The palate, loads of these different flavors, but at the same time you're getting a nice sort of velvety texture. And in the finish, I feel that just runs a bit short, so that's where I'm pulling this rating down to an 87. Minus all that though, it's really great to see something comparative to the old 15-year-old, which was something I really liked. And for those of you who do like it, this will be sort of the alternative or the go-to now. So, do I think it's value for money? Yes, it's spot on. Do I think it needs water or time? Personally, no. You can give it time, but it just loses all the characters it's got. So it's one of those ones, as soon as you pour it, you're good to go. You don't need to wait. So that's my opinion. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section if you get to try this one. If you guys have enjoyed the video, a thumbs up is always appreciated. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And also, I'll leave it at that. This has been me, JasonWhiskyWise, a quiet Mr. Bananas, and we'll catch you for the next video. Slanja.